What's a little bit disappointing in the X70 is there's still a tad bit of delay between your throttle inputs and forward propulsion. A significant breakthrough for the X70 facelift is the inclusion of... This is the car that changed the game for Proton, a brand new chapter for our national car maker with over 105,000 units registered to date. The facelift, which was launched in August 2024, brought about enhanced features, modern styling, and unmatched connectivity for a car at its price point. What's so great about Proton's best-selling C-segment SUV? Should you buy one? Let's find out. My name's Adrian, I'm all about the details, and you're watching cDrive. Proton took their time with this major facelift, improving every bit of the car inside and out. For starters, if you want to convert the old X70 to this new front fascias, it requires a complete change of the hood, fenders, bumpers, headlamps. The wheels and rear bumpers are easy fit. I think this new face completely changes the image of the X70, now exudes a more youthful, sporty vibe. Though I can't help but feeling Mercedes GLC X253 vibes. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Over to the boot, there's a nearby auto-release function just like the X90 and S70. Just have the keys in your pocket, stand over to the rear for a couple of seconds, and the boot automatically pops up to 512 litres. Not the largest in class, but it's considered among one of the larger ones. But something about this is that the load lip is actually quite high. So to load up your large size suitcase, cabin size luggage, requires a little bit of lifting effort. And underneath here, there's a space saver spare wheel. Although the cabin is a familiar layout, the 12.3-inch widescreen digital instrument cluster and ambient lighting panel has successfully elevated the cabin ambience. The grey upper leather seat, which replaces the brown, makes the cabin of the X70 feels a lot less uncle now. A significant breakthrough for the X70 facelift is the inclusion of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, the first Proton model to have this feature, wireless nonetheless. And I think that the integration is done proper for right-hand drive models because the menus are all closer to the driver's side. It also takes up the full width of the screen, unlike certain premium brands. This shows more information, especially over to the maps during the homepage display on Apple CarPlay. Super convenient. What's not very convenient is that for whatever reason you need to go back to the homepage with Apple CarPlay connected, you have to either swipe over to the Proton logo or you can swipe up, press the home button and access to the main screen.
The X70 is unmatched in terms of online connectivity with the Proton Link app, which you can find your car, check its status, control the windows and start the engine remotely. It's not a gimmick, I guarantee you'll use it more often than you think.
What's a little bit disappointing in the X70 is the clarity of the 360-degree camera. I think the X50 RC has a much clearer display. So this one, yeah, I wonder what's up with that. Also, to place your large size water bottle, yeah, not anywhere in the X70. Smaller. Over to the passenger side, it's quite a snug place. A grab handle for when your driver is driving enthusiastically to open up the glove box. It's a conventional way of opening. But as a passenger, storage spaces are actually quite limited. Underneath, there's just enough space for you to place your keys. There's a USB Type-C charging port hidden below for fast charging, or you can run a Type-C Type-A port from behind. The vanity mirror here, yes, there's LED illumination for the vanity lighting. At night, this ambient lighting panel is actually quite nice. Believe it or not, the X70 has one of the shortest wheelbase in class, 2,670mm, but interior packaging is well executed. You have roughly about 3 tennis balls worth of knee room. The front seat is adjusted to my usual driving position and I'm 175 cm tall. What's also pretty impressive is that you have a almost completely flat floor plan over to the center tunnel here. Despite this being an all-wheel drive platform that supports an all-wheel drive system with a center transfer case. So this is very nicely executed. Also very cool is that the seat bench has plenty of thigh support. So on long distance drives, you can really sit back and relax, not feel sore or tired anywhere. And you're also able to recline the rear seats for a more relaxed seating posture. In this latest major facelift, Proton has further refined the 1.5T GDI and 7-speed DCT with better thermal management, reduced friction, combustion efficiency, and NVH improvements at low speeds. You can definitely tell the improvements, especially in city driving. The engine is smooth, eager to rev, and relatively quiet. Although setting off, there's still a tad bit of delay between your throttle inputs and forward propulsion. I find myself sometimes over-accelerating, especially when exiting toll booths, resulting in the tires screaming in protest. But nonetheless, still I find this powertrain combo to be the smoothest in the X50 RC. As a result of denser insulator material used, reduced aircon compression noise, lower gear winding noise, NVH is noticeably quieter, but not by leaps and bounds compared to the previous X70. The suspension setup is what stood out to me the most in the X70 facelift. It's been recalibrated to be stiffer for lesser lateral roll during corners, yet maintains a wafty ride on long drives. Now, Proton engineers told me that this is a result of gathering feedback from X70 owners who liked better body control to tackle our Malaysian highways. And Proton delivered. Out on the open road, power is satisfactory. Linear, smooth, responsive enough for when you're in a rush. But it's clear that the key highlight here, the X70 is tuned as a premium comfort cruiser. Hence, they paid more focus on the linearity, the smoothness of the power delivery, seamless gear change, and effortless cruising. Like right now, I'm just cruising along the highway. I don't have the urge to, drive it very enthusiastically as a dynamic SUV. Nothing like that. It's just a very comfortable highway cruiser. And turn on the improved Level 2 ADAS, just let the car do its thing. The uprated suspension also makes a huge difference for the passengers in the rear. Reduced body roll, lesser lateral movements. They don't get as easily nauseated as before. The Proton X70 facelift is definitely an executive family SUV for low-profile business owners and family men alike. Improvements they've made are significant enough to keep things fresh and competitive against new Chinese SUV. Heck, it's good enough to give old Proton X70 owners a reason to trade into this new X70 facelift. So the next time you're out comparing other C-segment SUVs, make sure you remember all the intricate details of the X70 from my video and see how those cars stacks up against this Proton. My name is Adrian, thanks for watching cDrive, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye-bye.
This is just the start.